Hi everyone, I'm excited to be here with you today to share a story that is near and dear to my heart. My name is Ashley and I am the author of Kindness Detective. Kindness Detective tells the story of a little boy named Owen and his friends as they learn about seeing things from new perspectives, problem solving, and practicing kindness. So I hope that you will enjoy this book as much as we've enjoyed creating it. And most importantly, I hope that it will inspire you to become a kindness detective. This is Kindness Detective, written by Ashley Abeles, that's me, and illustrated by Melissa DePerry. On one sunny Monday, Owen arose and got dressed in his sunny school clothes. He brushed his teeth and hopped on his bus, happy to see his good friend Russ. Later that day, when they went to recess, Owen noticed that Russ looked distressed. Owen wondered why Russ might feel sad when this was a place he always felt glad. Owen decided to step into his shoes to see things from a new point of view. And when he did, he could see things a little differently. Each day at recess, his classmates played games and chose different teams by calling out names. Often the teams had chosen Russ last because some children felt he was not fast. Once Owen saw things from Russ's perspective, he turned himself into a kindness detective. How could he help? What could he do? What would you do if Owen were you? Owen now realized that Russ felt left out, and this he was able to do something about. When it was his turn, he called Russ's name. Russ was no longer the last in the game. On one windy Tuesday, Owen arose and got dressed in his windy school clothes. He ate his breakfast and rode to school, excited to meet his new classmate Raoul. Raoul walked in, and Owen said hey, but Raoul dropped his head and turned away. Owen wondered why Raoul didn't look, play with toys, or read a book. Owen decided to step into his shoes to see things from a new point of view. And when he did, he could see things a little differently. Raoul had just moved and the school was brand new. He had left his old home and all his friends too. He wanted new friends but was feeling shy. Raoul looked away so he would not cry. Once Owen saw things from Raoul's perspective, he turned himself into a kindness detective. How could he help? What could he do? What would you do if Owen were you? Owen now saw that Raoul just felt scared and might need to know that somebody cared. Owen too had switched neighborhoods and let Raoul know that he understood. On one rainy Wednesday, Owen arose and got dressed in his rainy school clothes. He combed his hair and got ready to learn, along with his next-door neighbor, Laverne. During lunch, Owen offered a snack, but Laverne used a napkin to push it right back. Owen felt hurt. He was trying to share. Why did his friend seem not to care? Owen decided to step into her shoes to see things from a new point of view. And when he did, he could see things a little differently. Laverne was not rude, feeling ungrateful. She has food allergies and needs to be careful. She wanted a snack and loves that he cared, but that was not food she was able to share. Once Owen saw things from Laverne's perspective, he turned himself into a kindness detective. How could he help? What could he do? What would you do if Owen were you? Owen now realized that when they had treats, they often were foods that Laverne could not eat. They talked to their teacher and made a new rule that class snacks must be safe for all students at school. On one cloudy Thursday, Owen arose and got dressed in his cloudy school clothes. He washed his face and hugged his mom, then rushed to school to see Elam. During math, Elam put his head down, he covered his eyes and started to frown. Owen loved math and just couldn't see why his friend would feel so unhappy. Owen decided to step into his shoes to see things from a new point of view. And when he did, he could see things a little differently. Elam was creative, smart, and amusing. He just found math class a little confusing. Elam tried his best, but it was still tough. And that Thursday morning, he just had enough. Once Owen saw things from Elam's perspective, he turned himself into a kindness detective. How could he help? What could he do? What would you do if Owen were you? Though Owen loved math and thought it was fun, this was not true for everyone. So, Owen leaned over and offered some guidance, and later Elam helped Owen in science. On one snowy Friday, Owen arose and got dressed in his snowy school clothes. He packed his bag and prepared for the day, then went to his classroom to see Renee. When they turned in their homework, Renee had none. Owen wondered, why wasn't it done? Homework was due every day. Didn't she know it worked this way? Owen decided to step into her shoes to see things from a new point of view. And when he did, he could see things a little differently. Renee always studied with great results, but this week, things at home had been difficult. Her mom had been sick and her dog ran away, so she could not do her homework that day. Once Owen saw things from Renee's perspective, he turned himself into a kindness detective. How could he help? What could he do? What would you do if Owen were you? Owen decided that after school, he would look for Renee's puppy too. Along with their parents, they searched all around, and no one gave up until he was found. On Saturday morning, Owen arose and got dressed in his soccer clothes. With Raoul and Elam, he started to play as they waited for Russ, Laverne, and Renee. Together they kicked the ball around, but suddenly Owen looked to the ground. He walked off the field with a frustrated face. His friends wondered what had just taken place. They decided to step into his shoes to see things from a new point of view. And when they did, they could see things a little differently. Owen practiced every day, but struggled to put a goal away. He really wanted to help his team score. He truly wanted to help his team more. Once his friends saw things from Owen's perspective, they turned themselves into kindness detectives. How could they help? What could they do? What would you do if they were you? They assured Owen that it was okay. All of them missed some shots that day. Whether they lost or whether they won, the best part of soccer was having fun. One Sunday morning, Owen arose and did not dress in dressy clothes. In his pajamas, he reflected on how he and his friends were connected. They all faced troubles others had not known, and all of them sometimes felt alone. But when they walked in each other's shoes, they could see each other's views. So, when you need a little perspective, turn yourself into a kindness detective. And when you do, you might discover we are all very much like each other. We may have different backgrounds or names, troubles, talents, or favorite games, but all of us sometimes need a friend, and all of us have some kindness to lend. Thank you for joining me for today's Read Aloud of Kindness Detective. I hope that you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more information on how you can get your own copy of Kindness Detective, either in print or in digital format. And keep an eye out for some free related activities that we'll be sharing. And these are activities that can be completed either at school or at home. So we hope you will have fun with those. Stay safe out there and remember to be kind.